ஸ்ரீகுருப்யோ நமः. அக்ரே கிருத்வா கமபி சரணம் ஜானுநைகேன திஷ்டன் பశ్చాத் பார்த்தம் பிரணயரசஜுஷா சக்ஷுஷா வேக்ஷ்யமாணः சவ்யே தோத்ரம் கரசரசிஜே தக்ஷிணே ஞானமுத்ராம் ஆபிப்ராணோ ரதமதிவசன் பாது நः சூதவேஷः. ஓம் பிரபன்னபாரிஜாதாய தோத்ரவேத்ரைகபாணயே ஞானமுத்ராய கிருஷ்ணாய கீதாமிருததுஹே நமः. விஷயா விநிவர்த்தந்தே நிராஹாரஸ்ய தேஹினः ரசவர்ஜம் ரசோப்யஸ்ய பரம் திருஷ்ட்வா நிவர்த்ததே. Bhagavan Sri Krishna is giving the directions for a jnani who has done Vedanta Shravanam and Mananam. After learning the scriptures and clarifying the doubts, to become a Sthita Prajna, to become firm in his knowledge. These are the important steps following which one can internalize the Vedantic teaching of Atma Jnanam that he had received from a Sampradayavit Guru. The very first discipline given by Bhagavan is sense control. Without sense control, Jnanam will not be effective. Jnanam will just get drained like water poured in a pot with a hole. It is very important to have sense control. So Bhagavan is expressing its significance. Dehinaha means for the Atma. Niraharasya Dehinaha, for the Jivatma that has restrained itself from sense objects. Vishayaha Vinivartante, the experiences or sensory perceptions of sight, hearing, smell, taste and touch are not there. As he has done Indriya Nigraha, he has withdrawn his senses from sensory objects. But he will still be having the desires for sense objects in his mind. That vasana, rasavarjam, will be there in the mind. Since he had experienced these sensory objects earlier, he will have desires to experience them again. If one controls that desire forcibly, any moment it may burst. The vasanas of sensory perception saved in our memory will again drag us towards sense pleasures. Hence one has to be very vigilant with respect to sense control. Thus Bhagavan says, there will be vasanas in the mind, rasavarjam bhavati. Indriya nigraha, sense control is very important. Even if one has studied Vedanta and has knowledge, one has to strengthen that knowledge. Asya rasaha api, these vasanas of sensory perception also. Param drishtva nivartate, once one realizes that he is Brahman, the ultimate reality, once he becomes a Sthita Prajna, these vasanas also will vanish. Drishtim jnanamayim krutva pashyet brahmamayam jagat. Through the eyes of knowledge, perceive everything here as Brahman. One who has internalized the spiritual teaching of Atma Jnanam will realize that Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Purnosmi. I am Brahman, I am infinite and complete. Asya rasaha api nivartate. When one becomes a Sthita Prajna, these vasanas of sensory perception will vanish. This is the most important step prescribed by Bhagavan to become a Sthita Prajna. One has to observe sense control. Even if he restricts the sensory perceptions, the past experiences will be stored as vasanas. Any time they may manifest themselves. So, one has to be very vigilant in handling these senses. When one gets firm knowledge and becomes a jnananistha, these vasanas also will be destroyed. This is the essence of this verse. Vishaya vinivartante niraharasya dehinah rasavarjam rasopyasya param drishtva nivartate. My prayerful blessings to all of you. Hari Om. Om